Hi, Maureen Muldoon here. Lesson 23. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. This idea contains the only way out of fear that will ever succeed. Nothing else will work. Everything else is meaningless. But this way cannot fail. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. It is with your thoughts, then, that we must work if your perception of the world is to be changed. If the cause of the world you see is attack thoughts, you must learn that it is these thoughts which you do not want. There's no point in lamenting the world. There's no point in trying to change the world. It is incapable of change because it is merely an effect of your thoughts. But there is indeed a point in changing your thoughts about the world. Here you are changing the cause. The effect will change automatically. It's good news! It's really good news, you guys. Pay attention. Pay very close attention. This is the important stuff. This is the backbone of it all. The world you see is a vengeful world, and everything in it is a symbol of vengeance. Each of your perceptions of eternal reality is a pictorial representation of your own attack thoughts. One can well ask if this can be called seeing. It's a good question. Is not fantasy a better word for such a process, and hallucination a more appropriate term for the result? It's funny. It's funny because it's true. It's truth in every joke. You see the world that you have made, but you do not see yourself as the image maker. You cannot be saved from the world, but you can escape from its cause. This is what salvation means. For where is the world you see when its cause is gone? Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see now. Loveliness can light your image and transform them into that you will love them, and transform them that you will love them, even though they were made of hate. For you will not be making them alone. So when we connect with vision instead of sight, when we connect, because sight is from the eyes, the physical eyes, when we connect with vision, which is from God, we are getting everything reinterpreted for us so that we can experience love. The idea for today introduces the thought that you are not trapped in the world you see because its cause can be changed. This change requires first that the cause be identified and then let go so that it can be replaced. The first two steps in this process requires your cooperation. The final one does not. Your images have already been replaced. So there's God's happiness is the undercurrent. God's happiness is the undercurrent. Isn't that beautiful? God's happiness is the undercurrent. It's underneath all of this BS that we have made. And once we give up all of this BS, we get to dip deep into the undercurrent of God, which is pure joy and happiness. So, the first step in this process requires your cooperation, giving it up. That's the first step. The final one does not. Your images have already been replaced. By taking the first two steps, you will see that this is so. Besides using it throughout the day as the need arises, 5 practice periods are required in applying today's idea. As you look about you, repeat the idea slowly to yourself first. And the idea is, let's get back up to the idea. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. Okay, repeat the idea slowly to yourself first and then close your eyes and devote about a minute to searching your mind for as many attack thoughts as occur to you. As each one crosses your mind, say, I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about blank. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about money. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about peace. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about weather. Those are just 3 things that came to me. Hold each attack thought in your mind as you say this, and then dismiss that thought and go on to the next. Okay, so those were just thoughts that came to me. So I'm actually supposed to be looking for attack thoughts. So let me try the exercise again. I can escape the world I see by first of all, let's think about the attack thoughts that I might be having. Well, two that came to me were disloyalty and lack and limitation. So I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about lack and limitation. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about greedy people. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about disloyalty. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about my judgment on others. So that's how we can actually practice. Like really try and authentically practice. Don't breeze through them as I tend to do, but actually take the time to embody them. Hold each attack thought in mind as you say this, and then dismiss the thought and go on to the next. In the practice periods, be sure to include both your thoughts of attack and of being attacked. Their effects are exactly the same because they are exactly the same. You do not recognize this as yet, and you are asked at this time only to treat them as the same in today's practice period. We are still at the stage of identifying the cause of the world you see. When you finally learn that thoughts of attack and of being attacked are no different, you will be ready to let the cause go. So, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I sincerely appreciate it. And I sincerely know that we are all miracle workers and we are all light workers. And many hands make light work. That's what they say in kindergarten. They say, clean up, clean up. No, wait, that's not the song they say. Say, oh, I forget the song. If anybody can remember it. It's about light hands, like many hands make light work. Oh, it's not important. But many hands do make light work, and we're all light workers. That was my thought.
When everything
God bless. Have a good day.
It's just another